Psalm 9 verse 10 says, "Those who know your name trust in you, for you, Lord, have never forsaken those who seek you." If you're facing a difficult situation, I want to encourage you today to run to God instead of from Him. Whatever you're facing, God knows all the details of it and wants you to pray to Him so that He can help you. You can draw strength from your friends, but they're only human, and they don't necessarily have your best interests at heart. There are many ways that people can let you down, and it's not necessarily because of evil intentions. Sometimes they're simply focused on their own problems and they're too tired to help with yours. There are only so many hours in a day, and people get worn out, but God never gets tired. He wants what's best for you and will go to great lengths to help you. Years ago, my husband and I experienced a situation in which we needed God's help for our own safety, and He came through for us in a big way. It was the dead of winter. It was extremely cold due to a recent ice storm. There was ice everywhere, and it had only recently become safe to be on the roads. We had been running errands and paying bills all day. We lived in Mississippi and everything was very spread out, so there was a lot of driving that we had to do. This meant a lot of time on the road. We were in a hurry because the headlights on our truck didn't work, so we couldn't drive in the dark. There was a short in the electricity and they wouldn't turn on. It was dusk and we had to stop for gas to be able to make it back home. The sun was going down fast. As my husband pumped the gas and I watched the sun sink below the horizon, I sat in the truck and worried. How were we going to make it home safely with no headlights? We still had 10 miles to go before we reached the house. Our truck would be a danger to us and other drivers. My husband climbed into the truck after pumping the gas, turned on the engine, and pulled out of the gas station parking lot onto Highway 35. By now, it was imperative for our safety that we turn on the lights. We both knew that it was impossible because of the short in the electricity. I'll never forget what Tom said. He said out loud as he started to drive home in the dark, "I've done everything I can, Lord. It's your turn." He was operating on pure faith at this point. He flipped the switch for the headlights, and they came on just as big and bright as if the truck had been brand new. We drove the 10 miles to the house in absolute silence because we were both in awe of what God had just done for us. Pulling into our driveway that night was the best feeling in the world, and for the rest of the time that we owned the truck, the headlights always worked. If you don't get your need met, remember Romans 8:28, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good to those who are the called according to His purpose. It doesn't have to be good to work out for good. All situations in life can have a positive impact on your life or someone else's, even if it's years down the road. God is your Father. Do you need help with a problem in your life? Climb up in Daddy's lap and ask Him. He's anxious to help, always.